Good morning, my name's Richard. I've got a new guitar. This is my guitar. It's a Seagull Artist and it's not a new model. I got it second hand because I wanted the cedar top, which is the best top for a Seagull guitar, and they don't do them anymore. For some reason they only do the spruce top, and I don't like the sound of spruce. I like the sound of cedar. Cedar top, mahogany body and sides, solid wood guitar. Cost me 600 quid, but they're about 1200 quid brand new. So it's a nice guitar, it sounds all right. It's just a tiny bit quiet to the player. Very nice. But the question is, how can I get a bit more volume on this guitar so I can really hear it? Because obviously I want to do some finger picking and so on, and I want to encourage the quieter play, the finger picking play. Quieter play. So that's the guitar. I am going to drill a hole in the top so that the sound to the player is louder, because there's a hole, it projects out to the front, therefore the sound's going out that way. I want some sound coming to me. This is an electroacoustic. You may or may not be able to see the LR bags controls right here, and I need to be a little bit careful because it's all attached here. I need to make sure I miss the controls when I drill the hole. I also need to make sure that I miss the strut, which is right next to it. Therefore, I'm going to do it by eye. I'm going to drill the hole with my hole saw, which is this. Do it by eye, because I think it's probably the best. So I want to center it. I want to make sure that I miss the strut, which is about here. And I'm just going to drill the hole. What I don't want to do is mess up the finish too, because it's a nice little guitar, it's quite expensive, and I want to get it right. But I'm going to do this because I think it's worth the risk. Get it as close as I dare to my finger, and then jolly well go for it. Is that centered? Yes. Job done. Didn't damage the guitar except for putting the hole in. I am about 3/4 of an inch from the strut, so the guitar is not weakened in any way. Obviously I want to get rid of the sawdust. I'm going to sand this out here, because obviously you don't want rough edges. I'm not going to sand the outside because that will affect the finish. I'm sanding the inside of the hole. This has not messed the guitar up at all. Tiny bit of dust, very little really, to be honest. That's the job. It's taken me 5 minutes to drill a hole in this guitar. There is a slight burr on there, which I do want to take off, if I dare. Maybe a fingernail job is the best rather than sandpaper. Possibly a fingernail. I don't really want to mess up the finish, although to be honest, this is a second-hand guitar, and it has already got quite a lot of marks on it. It's not been used very much, but if I bought a brand new guitar, there's no way that I would have the courage to do what I've just done, because I just think, oh, I can't ever sell it again, blah blah blah. But it's like, well, no, it's not about selling it, it's about using it. And I'm a bit rough with things anyway. I'd never be able to sell any of my guitars because they're too rough and ready. But there we go. Is that done? Pretty much done. It's a solid wood guitar, and you can see that I haven't been ripped off. It is really solid wood. Let's go and get some linseed. No, let's not. I'm going to put linseed oil on it just so that it looks finished. Afterwards, I've got some boiled linseed oil in the kitchen. I'll go and get that in a moment. But let's hear the sound, because this is the key thing. Has it changed the sound? I think that has. I think it's better. I don't think you'll hear any difference because it's to the player. The hole's there pointing at me, and I got it in the right place. It's a good centered hole. It's good. There is definitely a sound coming out of that hole. So I mean, I think the thing to realise with this is, like, okay, I'm the player. Most of the time, I am playing the guitar in practice. Some of the time, I'm playing the guitar so other people can hear. But where should the sound hole be most of the time? Surely it should be towards me, because I'm wanting to hear the sound. Whereas the main sound hole is projecting out towards the people that are singing along or listening. So it's like, I want something towards me, and so that the sound is a bit louder. And there it is, it's done. It's quite a loud guitar. I think that is louder than it was. Let's compare it to my other Seagull, which is an S6. Very nice guitar. Slightly louder than the Artist, although it doesn't have a solid wood back and sides, so technically it's not quite as good a guitar, but it has been louder. That was louder to my ear before than this one. And that the other guitar I've had for 20 years, so it's properly played in. This is almost fairly new. Sound levels are very similar now. To me, the sound levels sound much the same level, whereas this one was louder. I think my new guitar has been improved by what I've just done. Sound levels are quite similar now. This is not louder. This is no longer a better guitar than the new one. I would say they're about the same. But the difference between this and my new guitar is the new guitar will improve over time, because the front isn't projecting properly yet. Solid wood hasn't been played in enough. Back and sides are not projecting as much as they will. So I believe what I've just done has improved my new guitar in terms of sound, and I'm happy with what I've just done. So there we go, that's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.